You want to mark your holes so that they are as far apart as your hammock is long. I like to use an entrenching tool, the same style that all us Army folks had. Now the E-tool works really nice because you can give it a twist as you dig your holes into the sand, and you want to make sure that they're 45 degrees facing each other. This pipe here I'm using is Schedule 40 1.5 inch. I got it at the hardware store, nothing special about it. And the sections are 7 feet long, not including the cross-section fitting that I put on top. You'll see that here soon. Once you got those buried into the ground, just shovel the sand back over, tap it down. And there's that cross-section fitting that I put in. It just makes it a lot easier to run your rope through and to tie things off. Now we got to mark off our anchor points. The anchor points are 10 feet out from where the pole is going to the sand. And then I turn right and I take another 10 feet. Once I get to those 10 feet, then I mark it off. And this whole thing is a mirror image of itself, so the four corners are equally far apart. Drop my stakes down on each corner. And then these holes are also 45 degrees into the ground, going towards the pipes that you already placed in. Here I have just a barrel knot tied around the shaft of the stake. And then I have another knot here. That's so that I can just pull it out. And if for some reason it pulls out this way, and I'm going to lose it, I'll still be able to keep it over here. There we go. You see the way down there? Oh, yeah. And here I'm creating a bowl right on top where I bury everything. That will come in handy later. Alright, now that everything's dug and buried, we're going to use the ocean for some help. Get a couple buckets of water, and then that's where the bowl comes in handy. It just helps direct the water so that it helps solidify the sand again. Now if I were to do this again, instead of just pouring one bucket right on top, I would have filled the hole halfway, poured the bucket, filled it the rest of the way, and then poured the rest of the bucket. Take it from the back side, give it a twist, and throw it on top. This apart so that you can see what this is all about. All this is a loop. I make it like that so that the knot is in the middle, and then I start wrapping it around. So I hold it down and I wrap it around until I'm not going to have any more wraps. Okay, wrap it around many times as I can, then I'll take this bottom loop here, string it through the top, and I'll pull it so that it tightens up as the weight is going to my right. There we go, and then that doesn't slip. Pretty good, huh? Good. This rope here has a figure 8 loop knot, and all I'm going to do is create my automatic trigger's hitch by going through once. I'll go through twice. I need to make sure that the coil is on the left hand side, that way it locks in the tension, and then I'll pull it all tight. Tight, 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 tight. There we go, looking good. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Tight, tight, tight. There we go, I think we're looking pretty good. We want our hammock to be centered. All right, here's the big test. And I sunk right to the ground. And I think part of the reason that is the rope wants to pull through the sand. The hole is dug at 45 degrees away from the pipe, but then the rope wants to pull right towards it, and so that extra slack going through the sand is what fell in. There it goes. All right, drum roll please. That's what I was saying. We should have dumped half the sand, then the bucket, and then the other half. But luckily the day before I saw somebody threw away an easy up, and I had just the idea, so I took the tarp right off of it. I redug the hole, and then cut the tarp into 4 pieces. These are going to serve as some fancy sandbags. All I did is drape it over the hole and then fill it back up.
Some guy, and there's like, oh, it's this caper kind of music in the background. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's what that was to me just now.
Then I gathered all 4 corners and I treated the 4 corners as if they were a single strand. And with the rope, I laid it in and I tied it as if it were a sheep bend. All I did was do a few turns before I finished it off, but this is the same exact knot as a sheep bend. There's my buddy testing it out. Looks like it's got the seal of approval.
You think it holds? Okay.
And here we go. We did it.
Yay!
Now for me, figuring things out is really the fun part. I don't even think I used the hammock very much after this. I just wanted to make sure that it worked.
There we go.
The journey is better than the destination, if you know what I mean.
I finally did it. Alright, time to pack up and go home.
So big shout out to Instructables. I first saw this idea on that site years ago. 1, 2, 3. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, you can pick up your own unreasonable shackles at my shop, awesomeforsale.com.